Destiny, everyone's favorite topic. Now, there are different ideas about destiny, what it is, how it affects us, and if it can be changed. Now, theoretically, from my point of view, destiny can be changed. Um, it obviously involves affecting reality to a very great degree. Now, destiny is an ingrained part of our piece in the cosmos, in the multiverse, in all the dimensions, for we have a relation to everything. Every single piece has a relation to everything else. But as far as what destiny is, besides the fact that it can be changed in a few circumstances, destiny is made up of two different karmas. One is primary karma, and two is secondary karma. Now, primary karma is very hard to change. When I talk about changing destiny, I'm talking about primary karma, and that is very hard to change. Primary karma basically means the karma that one has accumulated over many lifetimes, through many dimensions, many different worlds, and this karma is a wheel, a gigantic wheel that is inevitably rolling to certain events in your life, whether it be this life and next life, whether these events be small or big, and this wheel rolls very slowly and very surely, and it's very hard to change its course. Now, secondary karmas, along the way, we can paint the wheel, if you will. Let me give an example of secondary karma. These are minor changes to our overall destiny, I guess you could say. If I'm destined to move into this house, and I move into this house, that's primary karma. If I am destined, if karma kind of has my house one color, and I want to change it to another color, and I paint it blue on the inside, or yellow, or green, whatever, then that's secondary karma. I painted the walls different color. I'm still in the same house, but I painted the walls different color. The different books that we will read, perhaps we're destined to encounter certain books or certain people in our lives, but as far as the secondary encounters of people that don't make big influences on our lives, those are very easy to change. Those aren't as much of a part of this track, this gigantic wheel of destiny is on with its primary karmas. If we're meant to kind of dabble in certain areas of, if you're a religious person, maybe certain areas of the occult, kind of delve into it, but it's not a primary karma factor, and you just kind of dip into it. That's something that you could change fairly easily with your secondary karmas. That's part of the secondary karmas that you can change. Now, my understanding of karma is a little bit different from other people's understanding. Not all Hindus will believe this, and I can't even say most Hindus will believe this, but primary and secondary karma are things that exist in Hinduism, and there's something that I've found to be true, and it makes sense to me in the overall perspective of things. A lot of people say and feel pride in saying, "Oh, I'm going to change my destiny." You were destined to change what you perceive to be your destiny. That doesn't mean you're changing destiny. That just means that you changed what you thought everybody was pushing you towards. But in truth, you were destined to make that change. Whatever major decision you make, that's destiny. You were destined to do that. That reaction was going to happen. That doesn't mean that something made that happen necessarily. It just means that our piece of the puzzle was going to react to everything else in a certain way based on the reactions of everything else in reality. And the way we respond is free choice. Now, I still believe free choice exists. People think that the idea of destiny and free choice are opposites, but I think that our free choice, even the choices we make us freely, we're meant to happen, whatever we choose. That doesn't mean something made us make a certain choice. It just means that we were always going to choose this or that. That doesn't mean something made us choose it. It just means that we were always going to do it. This is very hard to understand when we're talking about linear time, or when we think of ourselves as individuals and not pieces of a larger puzzle, or when we think of ourselves as separate egos, or with the ego rather, and not think of the soul behind everything, in my opinion. Now, in different religions, the idea of destiny will be different. in Christianity, you have Calvinists who believe that everything is predestined by God, and God is basically said, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, and God said you're going to do this, and if you end up in hell, God is the one who basically made the decision for you, led you to hell. They won't put it that way, but that's basically the implications of Calvinism. Methodists kind of refute Calvinism, and they believe it's by the method that you live, and you do have free choice in that sense. But there's many different ideas in Christianity. These are just a couple Christian examples to throw some in there because a lot of people who watch my videos are Christian. So this is a Hindu perspective on destiny. I hope that it's been helpful. It's just been a bite size of kind of what I've accumulated over the years. So feel free to ask questions in the comment section, or if you want to make a comment, that's completely fine, as long as you do so politely. As far as asking questions, I'll answer it. And if you like this video at all, feel free to give it a like. And I'm always open to different topics for videos, especially if they're macro. If they're macro topics and I haven't talked about it before, I love talking about them. I love giving my perspective on things, so feel free to give me recommendations. But thank you very much for watching. Try and find what is your destiny.